Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into an often overlooked truth about attraction and relationships that few people talk about. It's a powerful insight hidden within social dynamics. Once you grasp this, it could transform not only your approach to relationships but also your entire mindset around attraction. Most men aren't aware of this. They think winning a woman's interest is all about putting in more effort, giving more attention, paying more compliments, and trying constantly to impress. But here's the reality. That approach is actually working against them. Today, we'll break down why this strategy fails and what you should focus on instead. Part 1. The chaser mindset and why it doesn't work. To start, ask yourself, have you ever put tons of effort into winning someone over, only to find that no matter what you do, she still doesn't seem interested? Maybe you were constantly messaging her, being extra attentive, or making yourself available whenever she needed something, and yet, nothing clicked. This is called the chaser mindset, where the belief is that if you can just give enough attention, enough validation, enough effort, she'll realize you're the one and finally start to reciprocate. But in reality, this approach often has the opposite effect. The more you chase, the less interested she becomes. Let's explore why, using a bit of evolutionary psychology. Historically, the men who held the most value in society weren't the ones constantly seeking validation or attention. They were the ones driven by purpose, focus, and ambition. They were the hunters, protectors, and leaders of their communities, men with missions that extended beyond simply seeking approval from women. This purpose made them inherently attractive. Part 2. The core of attraction, purpose over pursuit. Women are naturally drawn to men who are focused on a purpose beyond seeking their approval. This doesn't mean women are attracted to men who ignore them, but rather to those who aren't solely focused on gaining their validation. When you're constantly chasing someone, it sends a message, directly or indirectly, that you're looking for validation from her. But here's the truth: validation-seeking behavior isn't attractive. Imagine two men. One is always available and willing to drop everything to be there for her, while the other has his own goals and ambitions. He doesn't ignore her, but he makes it clear he has other things going on in his life. Which one is she more likely to find intriguing? Almost always, it's the second guy, the one with a mission. He's demonstrating he's not dependent on her attention, creating a sense of mystery and intrigue. A man focused on his path becomes attractive because he embodies strength and stability. Part 3. The scarcity effect and the power of indifference. This concept is supported by psychology through something called the scarcity effect. The idea that things hard to attain are seen as more valuable. We see this in relationships as well. When you're always available and constantly chasing, you lose that sense of rarity. You become predictable, and she may even start to take you for granted. Showing a bit of indifference, without being rude, but by simply not over-investing, can be powerful. So, what does indifference look like in action? It doesn't mean ignoring her or playing hard to get to the point of disinterest. It's a genuine confidence, a contentment in your life whether she's part of it or not. It's the opposite of the needy chaser mentality, a calm assurance that you'll be fine either way. Part 4. Real-life examples of indifference and success. Let's look at real-world examples. Think of highly successful men in history like Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein, or ancient figures like Julius Caesar. They weren't admired because they chased validation from others. They were focused on something greater than themselves. Jobs, for instance, was consumed with building Apple and advancing tech in ways that changed entire industries. His drive wasn't rooted in seeking approval through relationships but in his mission. This passion and focus are common threads among many successful men throughout history. They weren't controlled by a need for attention or approval. Epicurus, the ancient philosopher, put it well: he who is not a slave to his desires is the freest of all. Many men today, however, are controlled by their desires, constantly seeking validation on social media or chasing attention from women. This dependency diminishes their autonomy and self-worth. When you let go of this need and focus on building your life, you start projecting a natural confidence, which is far more attractive than any amount of chasing or validation seeking. Part 5. The science of attraction, the appeal of being a challenge. Another fascinating aspect of attraction is the psychological principle called intermittent reinforcement, where behaviors become stronger with unpredictable rewards. In relationships, this means people tend to be more interested in those who aren't entirely available, who are a bit of a challenge. Think of a cat playing with a string. It's more interested when the string is just out of reach than when it's lying still. The same goes for attraction. When someone is slightly out of reach, it piques our curiosity and interest. Being a challenge isn't about playing games or being manipulative. It's about maintaining a healthy sense of self and not always being available. Pursuing your own goals and interests demonstrates that you don't rely on others for validation, signaling high self-worth and creating an appealing sense of mystery. Part 6. The role of self-control and discipline in attraction. Self-control and discipline are essential qualities in establishing attraction, as they reflect inner strength and confidence. Someone with discipline communicates that they have their life together, know what they want, and aren't easily swayed by external influences. This self-assuredness signals stability, maturity, and self-respect, all crucial traits in building attraction. Consider someone who lacks self-control. They might come across as overly eager, constantly needing reassurance, or rushing into things. This neediness often repels people, as it suggests instability. On the other hand, a person with self-control remains calm and collected regardless of the circumstances, displaying a confidence that is innately attractive. In dating, this means pacing interactions, avoiding overcommunication, and giving the relationship room to breathe, signaling respect for both your time and hers. Self-discipline isn't about holding back emotions artificially. It's about living a balanced life focused on your goals and personal growth. When you do this, you demonstrate that your self-worth doesn't depend on someone else, showing you as stable and independent. In summary, the real key to attraction and success in relationships is surprisingly simple. Don't chase. Focus on yourself, your goals, and building a life you're proud of. When you display genuine indifference, not as a game, but by truly being content on your own, you'll naturally attract others. A healthy relationship values each person's individuality and independence. By not being overly available and staying true to your path, you'll create meaningful attraction. This powerful truth is something most men don't realize. Success with women isn't about chasing, but about becoming genuinely confident and self-sufficient. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights. Until next time, stay focused, stay confident, and always be true to yourself.